Good day, my wonderful friends. It's me again, the great, one more great countryman. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and click on another video. Well, there's a couple different things that I want to address. I want to talk about a little bit about Jamaica. I'm definitely gonna touch on St. Lucia with certain things. But I have kind of mixed feelings about the hurricane. And because I feel like Antigua and certain place needed a wake-up call, because Antigua has become the murder capital of the world, or of the Caribbean, where all kind of unspeakable atrocities been going on in Antigua Bay. Even though you have the gated community, the this, the that, the offset, the cow fat, it has become in a vicious killing field. Also, hurricane, to me, reflect the instability in these Caribbean government, because they say they have a disaster preparedness agency, I guess, throughout these Caribbean islands, different, every country name it a different thing. But we see firsthand that with the hurricane, the government can't even get food to people. There is nothing in place. It's not like they had multiple bulldozers or backhoe ready to clear roads. It's not like they have pre-made bridges or temporary pre-made iron bridge where they can set up within a small, quick time. The Army Corps of Engineers have nothing. So, to me, it shows the instability, and it also, it kind of speaks to corruption on a wide-scale basis. Because if I was a prime minister, I would be really pissed off at the disaster preparedness agency, because there is really nothing in place for the people in Jamaica. I heard stories of how helicopter with soldier come and drop potty and water, and JLP get the potty and the water, and the DNP them not get none up somewhere up in a St. Elizabeth. So yeah, it's kind of crazy. Now, with that said, I want to speak about a bit on St. Lucia and the crime. And a lot of people are saying that crime has went down, and a lot of the public is giving me credit, because they would, link up with me and say, yo, countryman, you're doing a good job because of you. But I noticed that the people in other, I guess, government figures would not come out and give me the credit. But from day one, I told a lot of these gangsters that I am gonna let them run away from St. Lucia. And so said, so be it. You have Teletubby, Scarecrow, all of them on the runway, Vash Queen in runway, and just a lot of things. And anywhere them there, I find them and I dig them out. Dig them out like how you dig out crab out a hole. That's what me do. And it's good to see I can make a positive impact, because when I see the carnage and the heat and the stuff that's going on, these little islands, St. Lucia and then place there, it really hurts me. And up to this day, there's thousands of people, you know, who don't get no justice. I see the police is making headway with busting people on the ports and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, there's people still sitting in jail on murder charges, discharged, and the system is not moving. So nothing is really being solved or cases are not being cleared up. So yeah, but with the long story short, I am not giving myself credit. But what I'm gonna say is that I am not easy enough. Anyway, them there, like I say, no rest to the wicked, and that's something I live by every day. So we see where St. Lucia now, as the crime, the killing has toned down. There's still enough more work left to do, because more than half of the murder, them 75%, I want to say even as high as 80% of the murders are still not solved. And every time I talk about murder, the first one pop up in my head is Riley. And you know, there you have the little boy, there you have the pregnant lady, who we hear say a lean back brother do that. One name Cut Butt or Cuff Butt or whatever his name is, and he ran to Barbados after the lady dead and the little boy dead, and them say him dead behind that. So him run down. Now you have another slide MF up in the country, and every time I close my eye, it just one name keep on popping up in my mind, and it's Eli. And him is a nasty character, and him out there run around. And me's a spiritual man, so I don't know. Eli just a pop up in my mind. So with that said, I don't know what Eli is out there doing, but him is a nasty, nefarious character who used to work with Jamaicans them and enough fuckery. So moving along, I want to talk about the DIDLLER teacher and give my opinion on it, because I feel I am very disappointed the fact that this man was able to abuse young boys on a scale like that in the community, and nothing happened to him. The interview I did with the young man, it was very loud and scratchy. I'm still trying to work on it to get the background noise out. I'm even going through it to take out the pieces of the interview that is clear. But what is really clear to me is that this Guyanese teacher needs to go to jail like ASAP. And from what I heard, that this dude, Neil, the teacher, DIDLLER teacher, he has been under suspicion, I think, in Jamaica also and in Guyana. So it is something that he has been doing pretty much all his life. And what he does, he picked the perfect profession to facilitate his nasty deeds. He picked to become a teacher. You understand? Why didn't he become something like go swim with the sharks them or something like that, dog? Go work on marina and fuck off the animal them. You understand? But what he did, he became an animal himself and started preying on the young men. Now, this young man who talked to me, the interview, he didn't go to the school that the DIDLLER teacher worked at. He went to the DIDLLER teacher house because the teacher, he puts it out there that he has extra lessons and private lessons. And I guess he would help the young guys them pass them CXC or help them in their work so them can get good grades. So when this young man went to see him, the young man went to see him because of a friend who told him that the teacher would, help. When he went there, he realized pretty much it was a setup to lower him in to this nasty world. Now, his friend that introduced him to the teacher, obviously, but like the youth I interviewed said, that guy looked like he was poor. So whatever little money the teacher gave him, him take it and him indulge in the behavior. And it is so damn sad. Another thing is these guys blame themselves for the behavior, and it is shame and it's disgrace. But I think to move forward, you have to talk about it. You have to put it out there so John public can make them decision on it. But the reason why I'm sticking on it is because this teacher needs to be arrested, and I am waiting on the St. Lucia police to contact the Guyana police or wherever this man is and bring some charges against him. And I want the witness them to stand tall and go into the police and give the police some statement, because the police don't have anything, Them can't work with you. They can't help you. Now, another thing the young man made clear. I'm sorry. I'm doing something while I'm doing this. He made clear that in St. Lucia, in order to get shit done, the family them have to have money and just a whole bunch of bureaucracy, and it's the same way in Jamaica and other places, and it shouldn't be like that. And if you notice in these smaller Caribbean countries, including Jamaica, I shouldn't say smaller, in these Caribbean countries, these sexual kind of crime, it goes by unheard every now and then. If it's really bad with a female getting schooled by a stepfather, get pregnant, then or a pastor, but it is more prevalent and they're not getting charged with it. They can just bring some money and give the money to the family, and the family them shut their mouth and them thing there. So the government them need to create laws, and them really need to do better on the sexual abuse and sexual exploitation with these young men and young women in St. Lucia and the other countries then, especially in St. Lucia. Because I was told about this, that shit like this is going on, and I am like, yeah, right. But when it jumped out on me, it's something else. Now, last but not least, and this is about the same DIDLLER teacher. The young man also told me that the DIDLLER teacher, he had two other guys, some IT specialists and some other guy, that he was working with actively recruiting young men for him to use them, and do all sort of thing with the man them. So I said I'm gonna find out these men name, and I'm gonna put their information and picture out there. I want the community to know say them boy are some fucking profile them and what they're going on with. And to me, that was very shocking. Very shocking to me, and it's just a big disgrace. So with that said, I'm gonna round up this video, touch on a couple different things. Crime rate, the crime stop, gone all the way down. Touch on some other stuff. Eli keep on popping up in my mind, so I am going to see what's going on with Eli, because I know say Eli is a nasty motherfucker, you know. I want to see what's going on, the science and my energy. I tell me, listen, look into Eli. Listen, more videos coming, and guess what? My name is Countryman. I'm out.